Step right up. Buckle up. The only direction we're headed is... Yep, you get it. Welcome to the one and only Oklahoma.
In some ways, this film is like the university itself.
The one flagship university that has served the state since before there was a state.
Its story is never entirely completed.
Where one scoop of dirt can save thousands of lives. Where one group of biologists are connecting with world-class meteorologists to protect the one world, one planet that connects us all. Whoa, that one literally might land on the moon. But that's fine, because what's stopping us from going up there and getting it? This is a team, a squad, a family, leading a collective pursuit where we share all ideas, embrace thousands of different perspectives, and require every last hand on deck.
Cleared for takeoff.
What else we got? More trophies than you can count? Check. Rhodes Scholars? Check. Largest research engine in the state? Check. The next generation realizing a new American dream? Okay. Actually, it's better than okay. It's OKLAHOMA. It's the strength of many marching under one crimson and cream flag, creating Sooner magic that must be seen to be believed at the one university where one OU family makes up the one and only Oklahoma.
You be seated, please. Well, welcome everyone to the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine commencement for the class of 2023. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. I'm Dr. John Zubialdi, the Executive Dean of the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine. And this is a very special day for all of us because today, these bright and dedicated individuals are receiving the degree of Doctor of Medicine and officially entering the noble profession of medicine. And we are pleased that you are joining us for this ceremony and celebrating the accomplishments of our graduating class. Joining me today on stage to participate in the ceremony are some of our university and college officers who I would like to recognize. I will ask each of them to stand and remain standing as their names are called, and request that the audience please hold applause until all are recognized. Thank you. First, Chair of the University of Oklahoma Board of Regents, Regent Natalie Shirley. University of Oklahoma Regent, Anita Holloway. University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center, Senior Vice President and Provost, Dr. Gary Raskob. Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Chris Candler. Senior Associate Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. Steve Crawford. Associate Dean for Admissions, Dr. Sherry Baker. Associate Dean for Graduate Medical Education, Dr. Elisa Kraus. Associate Dean for Research, Dr. Mary Beth Humphrey. Associate Dean for Student Affairs, Dr. Teresa Scordino. Associate Dean for Continuing Professional Development, Dr. C.A. Sivram. Assistant Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Stephen Clayton. Assistant Dean for Preclinical Curriculum, Dr. Chris Miller. Assistant Dean for Diversity, Inclusion, and Community Engagement, Dr. Robert Salinas. Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, Dr. Katie Smith, and President of the College of Medicine Alumni Association, Dr. Mary Zoe Baker. Be seated. So graduates, each of you know that you did not get to this day by going it alone. We now will take the opportunity to recognize those whose support contributed significantly to your success. So, to the parents, spouses, and other family members, friends, and faculty gathered here today, we give each of you a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for your encouragement, your sacrifice, and unwavering support of these students. We are grateful to your loyalty to these students who today are now doctors. Class of 2023, I would like you to please stand and face your guests and join with me in expressing thanks and gratitude to all those who supported and helped you along the way. Please stand, face your family and friends, and tell them thank you. Thank you. Well, class of 2023, this long-awaited day has finally arrived, the culmination of your medical school education and the beginning of the next phase of your medical education and training. And during your 4 years in the College of Medicine, you have been witness to many exciting developments and changes in medicine and in our medical school. And because of the pandemic, you have endured changes in your curriculum, your study methods, and your interviewing processes for residencies. You have learned grit, resilience, and tenacity, but most importantly has been the transformation that has occurred in each and every one of you during your journey as a medical student. You have demonstrated outstanding commitment to your medical studies and have performed extremely well. Yours is a class that has shared excitement, anxiety, stress, intellectual and emotional growing pains, at times exhaustion, relief, and elation. But you are stronger and closer because of sharing those experiences. You've also demonstrated extraordinary commitment to the needs of people less fortunate than yourselves. And your level of volunteerism has been truly remarkable. Lastly, you have exhibited outstanding professionalism and leadership. And without your efforts at community service and engagement during our pandemic, our institution's vaccination and outreach efforts could not have been successful as they were. Only because of our student effort were we able to vaccinate close to 70,000 Oklahomans. Let's give them a round of applause for that work. In class of 2023, today you become graduates and alumni of the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine, a medical school that celebrates its founding 123 years ago. Your class will leave an indelible and positive mark on the College of Medicine and on each other. So congratulations on your achievements and your success in reaching this critical milestone in your careers. Will the faculty of the college and our guests in the audience please join me now in expressing how proud we are of our students today. Please join me. So it is my distinct pleasure now to introduce our 2023 commencement speaker, Dr. Antonia Novello. Dr. Novello was born in Fajardo, Puerto Rico. She graduated from the University of Puerto Rico with a bachelor's degree in 1965, and then earned her MD as an Alpha Omega Alpha honors graduate and Gold Humanism Award winner in 1970. Also at the University of Puerto Rico. She then completed her training in pediatrics at the University of Michigan and subsequently fellowship in pediatric nephrology at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. Dr. Novello also received a master's in public health from the Johns Hopkins School of Hygiene and Public Health in 1982 and a Doctor of Public Health in May of 2000. In 1990, Dr. Novello was selected by President George H.W. Bush to serve as the 14th Surgeon General of the United States. And on March 9, 1990, she was sworn in by Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. Her appointment marked two firsts. Dr. Novello became the first woman and the first Hispanic to ever hold this position. Dr. Novello subsequently served as the 13th New York State Health Commissioner from 1999 until 2006, and she led New York's health efforts during the aftermath of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the Twin Towers in 2001. Most recently, Dr. Novello has served as the Executive Director of Public Health Policy at Florida Hospital Advent Health Orlando, as well as the liaison between the government of the Dominican Republic and the U.S. government, focusing on raising the awareness of domestic violence and spearheading efforts for national legislation. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, she became a national spokesperson and public health advocate for prevention efforts. Today, she continues her work developing and strengthening ties of trust as a mentor and creative agent of new initiatives, emphasizing access to health, disease prevention, and health education. She also serves as a health advocate for the new realities of public health in Puerto Rico. She holds countless awards, including the Legion of Merit, the James Smithson Bicentennial Medal, the National Governors Association Distinguished Service to State Government Award for service during September 11th, 2001. She was elected as a member of the prestigious National Academy of Medicine and the National Academy of Sciences, and also received over 56 honorary degrees. In 2011, as a champion for the Hispanic community, Dr. Novello received the Don Quixote Lifetime Achievement Award from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and she was awarded as a top 100 woman of the century by USA Today. So I am truly pleased to introduce to you now Dr. Antonia Novello. Please join me in welcoming her to the podium.
You guys are too quiet. So why don't we give an applause to the first woman Surgeon General of the United States that is here today in your graduation. So thank you, Dean, colleagues, parents, friends, spouses, faculty, and of course the 2023 graduating class of the Oklahoma University College of Medicine. In front of you, you have a speaker that have been a little bit of everything. I am a VIP, a very important Puerto Rican. I also am a graduate of the School of Medicine of Puerto Rico, the 13th Commissioner of Health of the great state of New York, and the first woman ever Surgeon General of this United States. Like you, I'm trying to decide what I want to be when I grow up. It is an honor for me to have been invited to be the keynote speaker of the class of 23. Your class is 129 students, selected from a large pool of applicants, and it says a lot about the commitment and seriousness of these institutions with regards to increasing the diversity of the medical field and the caring of the underserved. I am impressed that this graduating class of 129 represents many personalities and shares among them very interesting traits. You're a class of 52 females, 77 males, and I must say that you have been very busy while studying medicine, as shown by the fact that 18 of you have gotten married, 6 of you have gotten engaged, and 5 beautiful babies have been born, future doctors of this institution. And among you as well, there are 17% underrepresented minorities with 16 different ethnic groups. Your class members are also representatives of 9 different countries: Canada, China, India, Indonesia, Pakistan, St. Kitts and Nevis, South Africa, South Korea, Taiwan, United Kingdom, and Vietnam. Your class also has 11 Native Americans, more than I have ever seen in any graduating class in all the recent commitments that I have been given. How great that is for Oklahoma and for this university. It's also worth mentioning that 5% of your class, or 9 of you, are first-generation graduates. Great pride, great responsibilities come with that distinction. As you can see, many like you are minorities like me. We speak with an accent, but we do not think with an accent. Your race and ethnicity here in Oklahoma medicine displays the color of the whole rainbow, and for that I am very proud. Additionally, some of you are young and some of you are younger, with 17 years span between you, and attesting to the fact that youth is only on the eyes of the beholder. As I have said, you're the most diverse College of Medicine I have ever spoken to, and you certainly walk the walk and talk the talk. You're showing the nation and the country that Oklahoma puts their money where their mouth is, helping to educate the next generation of this United States of America. And more than anything, this College of Medicine has shown that diversity is in the heart of success, because diversity is at the center of learning and belonging. And similarly, your excellence in teaching and education has been demonstrated by the matching program. All of you match, and some of you match with the biggest league High League universities from Cornell to Yale, and 3 of you are part of the U.S. Armed Forces, specifically the Air Force, and I'm very proud of you. It is obvious that the students of Oklahoma University College of Medicine have been trained to respect not only their individuality and heritage, but it's also obvious that love of God and love of country permeates not only their education, but their future as well. So congratulations for having joined the United States Services. And in addition, 25 members of your class have become members of the prestigious Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society, and 18 of you are Gold Humanism Honor Society members as well. An honor bestowed to those that still believe in the human connection between those who provide care and those who need it the most. But I have to tell you, that is not all. 8 of you will graduate with special distinction, and 19 of you high distinction as well, and I want to mention 3. I want to mention Cardin Hart, ranks first academically in the class. I want to mention Ryan Jones. He exemplifies what is an outstanding physician going to be. And I want to honor also Jamalje Ronquist Baswe, who really has humane qualities, academic excellence, and certifies the patient-best relationships with the physicians. And for that, I really have to recognize the worth of all of the ones that we gave the awards 3 days ago. I'm also in awe of the 18,000 hours of community service given by the members of this class, ranging from COVID relief, countless communities clinics, implementation of diversity and inclusion in the campus, and the most important of them all, the great advocacy for passing the Oklahoma medical expansion. Congratulations, you have bypassed 11 other states that are dying of envy, and with this, you're going to take care of all of those that are medically needed that this country needs to serve. And with this, I have to tell you that this is real service to community. I don't recall any other place in the country that has done much more hours of service for their community. Parents, you have to feel proud of your children. And Oklahoma College, you have to feel proud of your legacy. But what makes me even proud than anything is that 41 members of the class of 2023 are staying in Oklahoma, and 34 of them are staying right here in Oklahoma University College of Medicine to finish their medical residency. That says a lot about this college. This says a lot about these values of this university, and most of them, you will stay for your residency training in the fields of family medicine and primary care, 2 of the most important medical fields of the future. These are great news for medicine, great news for the college, and great news for Oklahoma, because I have to tell you, it has been shown that those that complete their training end up practicing medicine in the same state that they chose for the residency. So colleagues, while other states are losing doctors, Oklahoma is keeping their own to take care of the people that saw them being trained. So congratulations, you are the best. So now, I can not only talk about your successes, I also have to talk about your losses. After all, the class of 2023 is the class of the pandemic, the class of COVID, the class where some of you and the nation lost so many loved ones. You are different from the other classes, however, because you learned from experience. You did not learn from Google. You took care of the sick, and for some of you, you watched them die. The lack of treatment at the beginning of the pandemic complicated your lives because you were being taught to save your life and you could not honor the expectations of the Hippocratic Oath. You experienced pain, frustration, and incredible sense of loss. And more than anything, I have to tell you, God placed you in the middle of this experience because He had a plan for all of you. The experience of COVID serves to make you stronger and resilient. Even though you may not agree, you are now ready to tackle anything that comes your way, and you will succeed. So I tell you now, accept your past with regrets, handle your present with confidence, and face your future without fear. You're the best. You have made your parents proud, and this pride will be shared by the 37 members of your family that will help in your hooding today. So I have to tell you, for its diversity, for excellent service to community, and for the inclusion in policy, it's an honor for me as a woman and as a Hispanic to join you today in celebrating this outstanding institution commencement and to share with you the pride in these fine young men and women who will carry the legacy and the future of the University of Oklahoma, the best class of 2023 here present in front of us. I have to tell you, your class is a little bit like me. Small enough to be personal and yet large enough to be powerful. So I'm going to do 3 things for you today. I'm going to congratulate you, I'm going to counsel you, and then I'm going to challenge you. First, congratulations. Tomorrow, you can start paying your loans. Seriously, I want to congratulate you because you now are back again into the beginning, and today you embark in the most important journey of your life. By your own choice, you have selected the field of medicine in order to serve those by no fault of their own have been kept out of the system of health care. You have been chosen to be the servant of the sick, the representative of the voiceless, the old, the young, the disabled, the disenfranchised, and the underrepresented. Whatever you choose in guiding your future, your success will no longer be based on your grades, nor based in the admission test score. That test only serves to emphasize the past privilege, but it did not do anything for your future potential. Instead, your future success will be based on the respect and consideration that you will show toward those who you come in contact with, whether it be the faculty, the patient, or the staff that cleans your bathrooms. Medicine, it has been said, is a team sport. Many hurdles along the way. Play well and respect others, and you will be able to finish crossing the goal line not only as a team, but much faster. So today, while I congratulate you, I urge you to embark upon a lifelong quest of learning, of healing, of questioning, but above all, to remember your God-given vocation goes beyond your ability to cure. So now I'd like to counsel you. First, I tell you, set your goals, because if you do not know where you're going, you are already there. What kind of professional you're going to be? I want you to be known not only for your triumphs, but also for your dreams. As the greatest leader of today said, you may have defects, be anxious, and sometimes have irritation, but do not forget that your life is your greatest enterprise. Only you can prevent your life from becoming worthless or successful. So I counsel you to remember that there's no perfect lives and that there's no shame in noble failure. Equally important, learn to be happy, treasure smiles, reflect on sadness, enjoy the applause, but if necessary, have solace in anonymity. Stop being a victim of problems or being afraid of your feelings or being afraid of hearing a no and of being criticized even when you think it's unfair. I counsel you to have the sensitivity in expressing, I need you, to have the ability to say, I love you, and to say without shame, I'm sorry, I do not know. Equally as important, there are going to be times when the overall responsibilities of your career will possibly disappoint your family and be overwhelming to you, but don't let the title of first generation weigh you down. Remember, your parents came here to give you a better life, and so honor them. Never forget where you came from. Carry your heritage with pride, and above all, be and stay humble. You're not better than any of those who do not have the same educational opportunity as you. So lift as you climb. Some of you might be the first in your family, but with God's help, you will not be the last. Get out there and meet as many people as you can, particularly those that do not look like you. Seek out the wisdom of the strangers. I will help reduce your fears and realize that unless we make an effort to learn new perspectives, our biases and fears will continue to slowly constrict us. The wisdom of strangers can be assimilated only if we submit ourselves to seek them out, so that we might then be able to celebrate the perimeters of human experience. So work hard and beware of those enemies of tranquility, avarice, ambition, envy, anger, and pride, and avoid Kushner's pillars of despair, complacency, mediocrity, and above all, indifference. Similarly, remember, your work as a professional will define you as a human being. As it has been said, much of the good and the bad that will come through you, it has to come through your work. And how do you view your work? Robert Bellah says that there are 3 types of work. First, the job, where your goal is simply earning a living and supporting your family. Then comes the career, where you trace your progress through appointments and achievements. And then comes the calling, the ideal blending of activity and character that makes work inseparable from life. As future physicians, we have a very visible responsibility to uphold the public trust. I hope that you're just not looking for a job. And I hope that you're just not planning a career. I hope that each one of you has a calling, an altruistic calling. I know that you will do well. Your faculty saw to that. But I hope that you will do good. One word of caution from someone who was sitting exactly where you are today. The world owes you nothing. To believe that the world is going to treat you good because you're a graduate of this university is like believing that a bull is not going to hit you because you're a vegetarian. So for that, I fervently wish you much happiness, but I caution you not to seek happiness and for happiness' sake. If you're good, happiness will find you. And medicine has many paths to happiness. So I counsel you not just to be good doctors, above all be good men and good women. And put balance in your life, friends, leisure time, hobbies, social causes, voluntarism, and religion. Above all, never forget your family and your best friend. God knows that you're going to need them both. And remember, as it has been said, service is the rent we pay for living, and that service will set you apart. Service to God, service to you, and service to your community. So now I want to challenge you. I don't need to tell you that the future of health is paved with many, many complex issues, but I can tell you that the future is already here, and we have to start working on it. I'm reminded of something very simple that Mark Twain said. He said, good judgment comes from experience, and where does experience comes from? It comes from bad judgment. So I can tell you, if we're going to meet the challenges of medicine, we're going to need healthy doses of experience and judgment, because we are living in exceptionally difficult times for medical professionals. Stress and depression have reached staggering levels among physicians, with more than half of practicing physicians reporting symptoms of burnout. The suicide rate among physicians is 2 times higher than in the general population, and nearly half of US physicians would not recommend medicine as a career for their children. And 10% of physicians are planning to retire long before their time. Additionally, for every hour with patients, physicians spend at least 2 hours doing electronic medical record, something that keeps them away from seeing their patients and something that increases their sense of burnout. Studies that were published by JAMA found that 29% of practicing physicians also had depression, a rate twice of United States adults, and equally as important, 1 out of every 4 doctors struggle with the imposter phenomenon, something that always takes away our professional fulfillment. Similarly, 70% of physicians practicing 3 years or less after medical school graduation did not feel that they had learned enough or what was needed to be successful, and they felt a little bit insecure the day of their graduation. They have 250,000 words of debt, and they were taught only half of what they needed to know to survive in medicine today. They also said that they learned the science of neurobiology, biochem, cardiology, and orthopedics, but they did not learn how to communicate emphatically and sympathetically. Be a leader, make patients happy, run an effective meeting, market themselves or their practices, or even learn how to manage change or the field of economics. It is not surprising then that 200 studies have showed that 129,000 medical students in 47 countries had burned out and depressive symptoms, with 11% reporting suicidal ideation during medical school and only 16% searching for treatment. Even more bothersome, doctors spend nearly twice as much time performing non-clinical tasks than interacting with patients, something for which exactly we did not go to medicine. 20% of doctors today is non-clinical. No wonder. 47% of US physicians may retire sooner than they plan, with 6 out of 10 doctors retiring early, rather than dealing with the increased threats of severe fines for the slightest errors in the bureaucracy of healthcare. The reality is that the current educational system is failing in preserving the idealism of medicine and the humanistic part of medicine as well. Students, instead of becoming more interested in their patient, they are becoming more cynical and less idealistic as they move through the education. Medical education today, if it's to survive, has to align physician training with needs of patients, needs of communities, needs of families, and the realities of the clinical practice in your daily life. There must be an alignment of residency with changing societal needs, not to mention the need to recruit students that look exactly like the patients that they are going to see. According to the American Medical Association, there are 953,000 physicians to date, 1/3 of them females, and just 6% Latinos, 7% African Americans, 0.3% Native Americans, and 17% Asian or others. Similarly, there's only 9% of faculty dedicated to the training of so many minorities. This is worrisome when it's known that minority patients tend to prefer physicians of their own race, and also female physicians, providing better interpersonal care than any other races. And it's also known that a large proportion of minority physicians, at least 55% of them, would like to give back to their communities. If all of this is important, and if the year 2025, there'll be a shortage of 139,000 doctors of all races, why is it that there's continue to be a lack of minority representation in the healthcare field? I believe that increasing the number of minority physicians servicing all communities is critical to reducing the health disparities of this country of ours. Equally as important, AMA reported that fewer physicians today would choose career in medicine. Before the pandemic, it was 72%, today is 52%. The staffing shortages, the anti-science aggression, the incivility, and the new dimensions of moral distress, all of them have had an impact on the professional fulfillment, which has contributed to the 60% burnout of all the people serving in medicine today. So what has happened? Where did we go from there to here? Some people tell me the system is wrong, but we are simply losing the human connection between doctors and patients. And why? I will dare to say that technology becomes more complex and scientific advancement accelerates the practice of medicine. The teachings and practice of humanism have carved very little space in the curriculum of medicine today. Humanism and medicine, the likes of listening and judgment, needed to ensure the therapeutic connection between patient and doctors, are very much left behind the formation of the healing physician. And sadly today, the relationship between the art of medicine and science, with its fast pace, is changing rapidly, with science being overwhelmed by the art. Doctors more and more at times function like technicians rather than healers. And colleagues, remember Dr. Struller said it best. The 21st century will require a different kind of physician because the knowledge base is now close to infinite, and learning facts in medical school is no longer a useful approach to training. The reality is that as doctors we have gained in science, but we have lost in the art of medicine. Often we treat laboratory tests instead of the patient. The precious and powerful doctor-patient relationship is at times lost in the excessive application of unnecessary medical technology. Technology that helps to pay the bills, but it does nothing to help the patient-doctor relationship. And as has been said, I am concerned with the current possibility that if the medical practice of today continues its course without placing humanism at the center of our medical practice, much of what we've done and the coursework and much of what we doctors do in clinical practice someday could be easily replaced by computers. Think about it. Many of the basics of treating hypertension, pneumonia, and diabetes could be done by computers' algorithm. Many surgical procedures could be done by robots, and hospital administrative work could be following this as well. Thank God that we're far from achieving anything approaching this level of technical omniscience. For the far foreseeable future, if we're to control the pace of change, we doctors must continue to understand life and people, not just laboratory tests, readouts, or scientific papers. The reason that we doctors are still needed, in addition to the digital resources that we manage, is that we have thoughtfulness, human wisdom, and human emotions when we care for patients. I believe that in the future, we have to advocate for placing a limit in the multiplicity of unnecessary tests and therapies prescribed with no visible impact on patients' disease or potential cure. We need a new culture of safety. We need to reward values versus volume, quality versus quantity, and we need more accountability in the healthcare delivery for all. Healing is an art. Medicine is a profession. And as you can see, healthcare is a business, irrespective of who pays the bill. With the current administrative burden being extremely frustrating for the practicing physician, it's no wonder that there is a destruction of productivity, and more experienced and medical doctors basically can do much more than they did 10 years ago, but they can't. Not because they are incapable, but because of this entire extra junk that we have to do just to get paid. I believe that to be able to survive in the current field, we need to push physicians to the limits of their current knowledge, but not only their own, but the knowledge of their community and their patient. They must learn not just to live, but to live in a world of total ambiguity. The world is changing, and tomorrow's healthcare providers must have to change to accommodate the needs of the special minorities and special emerging communities. But I believe that the single greatest challenge for healthcare professionals lies in finding ways to control the pace of change, and yet still make sure that evolving delivery systems and shifting health priority do not undermine the essential values of our ancient healing, caring relationships. Ultimately, the degree to which healthcare succeeds and fails for patients and physicians anywhere depends on the answer to one very important question, and that is, can we maintain the necessary human qualities of medicine with an increasing corporate mentality? I say we can. To begin, we have to move to design programs for communities where we have the dogma of the Native American that says, don't tell me what to do unless you have walked a mile on my moccasins, because in order to succeed, we not only have to know the language of the people we treat, but absolutely the culture of the ones we see every day. But sadly, today, we are many doctors who do not know the language, do not know the culture, and do not discuss education, and do not provide the patient with early access to technology and treatment options equal to the vast majority of Americans. Today, technological specifications is driving out the exquisite reward of human needs, essential to a doctor's prime goal, the relief of suffering. I believe if we're going to succeed, we have to start looking at our patients as partners in healthcare. Too often, patients complain that they are viewed as supplicants of care who are seen at the convenience of the provider. They say as well that the overall atmosphere of some medical facilities is not conducive to the patient's worth, to the care of the poor, to the needs of the working mother, or to the tolerance of the language illiterate. Clinic hours are often scheduled for the preference of the doctor, but not for the necessities of the patient. Waiting periods are exceedingly prolonged, and the facilities are frequently inconveniently located. Colleagues, we have to recognize that advocating for the needs of physicians and society might not be the same as advocating for the needs of the patients of today. The terrible instability in healthcare financing and delivery has placed enormous pressures in our professional group, including our own. But it's important that we do not fool ourselves that what is best for the physician is always what is best for the patient. That is a very important distinction, one that must inform the deliberations as we shape and press for the future of our patients. But let's not think that everything has changed for the worse. I want you to know that there are still some touchstones in the healthcare profession that are sacred, that have remained unchanged from one generation to the next, and that important touchstone is trust. It's an undeniable legacy. We who dedicate our lives to help our fellow citizens are a very, very special breed. We are blessed with the opportunity to enter people's lives in the most intimate way. The trust placed in us is the legacy that we have inherited from past generations of colleagues, and we must protect that trust, nurture it, and make it grow. It is both a blessing and a blessed responsibility. But above all, remember, the therapeutic effects of machines and gadgets must be enhanced by the touch of a healing hand or the spoken word. And while we have an obligation to advance the technology and science of healthcare, we must always maintain the human element of the work we do, because as much as our healthcare has changed, the vulnerability and the needs of communities that we serve has not. So remember, beyond diagnosing and treating symptoms, you must have always considered the person that is experiencing them. We commonly can provide the best treatment and avoid mistakes if we treat the whole patient, not just a symptom or just a laboratory. And remember, illness does not occur in a vacuum, and treatment is more than just a technical quandary. And engraved in your brain from today, the patient must be number 1, number 2, and number 3. And on their behalf, make sure that you make the best decision and do not make one that will come back to haunt you. Remember, we are humans. But as it has been said, you cannot make yourself feel something you do not feel. But you can make yourself do right in spite of your feelings. So, colleagues, I believe that in order to succeed, we must rediscover the true practice of medicine, which is greater than the treatment of illness alone, or we will be practicing healthcare and medicine in a vacuum. So I urge you to continue to keep up with all new scientific discoveries, new political health policies, and exploding technologies, but don't ever forget the faces behind the statistics or the numbers behind the data. Remember, our patients do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. So there you have it. Challenges from the former Surgeon General, a hit list if you think, but a healthiest variety. The going will be tough, but I look in your faces, and I think you will incorporate some of what you have heard this morning in your future life. But as Osler said, the patient is an underutilized healthcare resource. Learn to use it. He or she is telling the diagnosis and is integral to all the aspects of their care. Put yourself in their place. The kind word, the cheerful greeting, the sympathetic look, all of these patients understand and they need. So remember, medicine is still fundamentally a human endeavor. So today, I have had the responsibility to share with you what is good and what is not so good about our chosen profession. I assure that despite all the things you read and hear about the medical profession, there is not a more honorable, fulfilling way to spend your life. Do not let the negatives you hear deter you from caring for your fellow citizens, because like you, all of us physicians in this place have heard similar negatives during the moments that we're in your position many years ago. And look at us, we are all still here. So medicine and its art is not perfect, but by God, is it worth practicing and worth living it, believe me. You will see, just give yourself some time, and one day you will sit down and remember the words, medicine is the best of the ways for you to spend your future life. My real hope, however, is that after graduation you return to serve the communities that place your hopes on you, and that you return to serve them as servants of the sick, because more than curing, you will be listening and caring. You will be in charge of those that care for you during your training years, but in addition, you will be taking care of those that watch your professional growth and embraced you when you needed it most. Not only today, but in the future, they need our respect. As I look at you, I see sitting before me the next generation of clinicians, professors, researchers, communicators, administrators, and perhaps even the new Surgeon General. I believe that you're ready to meet all the challenges that are here for you. So today, I have been having the distinct honor of congratulate you, counsel you, and challenge you. The rest is up to you. But before we leave this terrific place, I want your permission to share with you 10 counsels, quotes from great leaders. They are born from experiences, and I thought if I tell you that today, you might be able to use some of them in your own practice and in your life. Number 10, be a pioneer. Never, never be afraid to be number one. And when you think of pioneers, remember Rosa Parks, the seamstress who became the founding symbol of the civil rights movement in the United States, and she died not long time ago. Her simple act of defiance in refusing to give up her seat in the bus changed our country. And after her death, Reverend Jesse Jackson said it best when he said, "She sat down in order that we stand up." But never be afraid to be number one. Remember, the Ark was built by amateurs, the Titanic by professionals. Number 9, do not deny your roots as you walk the ladder of success. For if you deny your roots, you have no integrity. You have given up your dignity. If you cannot honor your racial, cultural, moral, and social compasses inherited from your ancestor, how can you demand it from the rest? Remember, people without knowledge of their past origin or their culture are like trees without limbs. Eventually, they will fall. Number 8, never, never underestimate your capabilities. Others will do it for you. Good if you have enemies. That's excellent. That means that you stood up for something sometime in your life. Additionally, remember, great people discuss ideas. Average people discuss events. And little people talk about people. Number 7, achieve the highest level of education is the key to the door of opportunity. And the greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it's too low and we reach it. Learn to say, "I don't know." If used correctly, it can save you from many embarrassing moments. Number 6, set goals for yourself. And when doing so, make them realistic and then share them with those who believe in you. In pursuing your goals, wherever you run into a wall, find a way to walk around it if you haven't learned how to knock it down. But more than anything, lament if necessary. But do not dwell too long on it, lest they rise to lose your emotions forever. When you're unhappy, do something about it. If you don't, you become part of the problem and not the solution. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. As someone used to say, I used to walk into a room and I wonder if people would like me. And I walk into a room and I ask myself, do I like them? Number 5, when you get to the top, don't forget you owe something back to your peers, your family, and your community. Every man must decide whether he walks in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. Number 4, don't be afraid to speak your mind. Remember, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. Remember as well, be more concerned with your character than with your reputation. Because character is what you really are, while reputation is merely what others think you are. Number 3, take care of yourself spiritually, physically, and mentally. We either make ourselves miserable or we can make ourselves strong. After all, the amount of work is the same. Remember, it takes nothing to join the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. because when you're forced to stand alone, you really, really realize what you're made of. If you stand for a reason, be prepared to stand alone like a tree. And when you fall on the ground, fall like a seed, so that your life continues to grow and fight forever after you're gone. Number 2, never lose your sense of who you really are, even when others believe they know you better than yourself. Always, always be a first-rated version of yourself instead of a second version of somebody else. You were born an original. Don't you die a copy. Number 1, never stop dreaming. Remember, the penalty of success is to be bored by the attention of those that never, never even looked at us when they thought we were nobody. 3 things you cannot recover in life: the word after it has been said, the moment after it's been missed, and the time after it is gone. Use time wisely. Once it is gone, it cannot be recovered. But more than anything, when the day arrives that you're on top of your dreams, take the time to thank God and thank family. Be kind to those who never believed that you would amount to anything, and think of them and forgive them. Remember, the best revenge is success. And so I leave you today with the words of Yehuda Bauer, the great Holocaust historian who said it best. There are 3 extra commandments that we should value. That is, the first one is, thou shalt not be a victim. The second one is, thou shalt not be a perpetrator. And the third one is, thou shalt not be a bystander. Don't let anyone say that a graduate of this university will ever be accused of being a bystander. Thank you very much. Good luck, and God bless.
Thank you so much, Dr. Novella, for those inspiring and challenging words. And I would like to pause for just a second and ask that you all join me in thanking Dr. Novella for her service as a Vice Admiral, as well as the Surgeon General of the United States, and also as well as the New York Commissioner of Health during one of the most difficult times in our history, the terrorist attacks of 9/11. So thank you so much, Dr. Novella, for your service. At the OU College of Medicine, our commencement ceremony has the tradition of a student response selected by classmates to offer final thoughts and words of gratitude on their behalf is Jamal J. Basu. Born in St. Kitts and, yes? Indeed. An island nation in the Eastern Caribbean, Jamal J. spent the majority of his childhood always learning, cultivating ideas, and building close relationship with peers. When he was 18 years old, he emigrated to the United States and to Norman, began his studies in biology at the University of Oklahoma with the encouragement of his family. His OU journey continued in the pursuit of a medical degree, which he is obtaining today. And since then, he has deepened his interests in his hobbies such as painting, photography, aviation, entomology, and augmented reality. His belief is that a fulfilling life requires blending personal and professional interests. He is proud to have amalgamated both his Kittitian and Oklahoma heritages in his sense of identity, and he will be now pursuing dermatology training at Tulane University in New Orleans, but is expected to be coming back to Oklahoma, where his medical journey began. I'd also like to note that his mother, brother, and extended family join him today after a 2,000-mile journey to be with us at graduation. So please join me in welcoming Jamal J. Basu.
I'm also one of the first Oklahomans to give up the beach and the sunshine to chase some tornadoes. So simmer down, simmer down. We got work to do. 33,616. Class of 2023, I said 33,616. The cumulative hours that have elapsed between August 15th, 2019, 7 p.m., and this very moment in time. But do you remember it? I know I don't. However, records would suggest there was a sweltering 92 degrees, coupled with an 8-knot wind from the south, and a thin layer of sweat underneath your business professional attire, right outside the halls of the National Cowboy Museum. How about now, Oklahoma? Do you remember it? 1 hour after this, your 65% polyester, 35% cotton fibers of your newly minted white coat would drape over your body for the very first time. How about now? Y'all remember this? Class of 2023, faculty, staff, friends, family, my amazing family, and my mom who didn't know I was giving this speech until today. My name is Jamal J. Ronquist Basu, and it's such an honor to be graduating with some of the greatest minds of our generation. Well, all good things must come to an end. And now, the end is here. But how did we get here, class? How did we get here? Well, it started way before that one August evening. And let's take, for example, in our class, the average age of matriculation, 27 years, 200,000 hours of your lives. Some of you spent it dedicating it towards becoming professional volleyball players, parents, teachers, warehouse managers, and even an Air Force flight commander. You then spent hundreds of hours preparing for the MCAT. You waited anxiously. All those hours spent planting the seed of your success, and with time, the seed in the grower's hands sprouted an acceptance letter. You did it. You were in. And just as you're about to enjoy the fruits of your labor, you're already preparing for the next big thing. The next early morning anatomy practical. Do you remember that one? Jumping to hit the sign before you enter that sanctified laboratory. How about the first NBME examination? Well, I remember it. It was exactly 32,643 hours ago. Remember that one? Y'all remember the privacy screens? But why stop there? What about the first time we got an HPI? We regurgitated old cats time and time again just to forget to ask a smoking history. A smoking history. What about that first winter break when you had this gut feeling that everybody besides you, of course, had already had secured research internships at Yale and Harvard, and you were already behind? You remember that one? How about 28,092 hours ago? March 18th, 2020. 11 p.m. to be exact. An email from our then interim OU president would arrive in your inbox. It started like this. I write with important announcements related to COVID-19 and OU, and nothing has been the same since then. Yet somehow I've seen all of you grown, adapt, and fight to meet the demands of your education, your community, and your lives. Every one of you would then spend at least 8 hours of your life in a room with a full blast of pure American engineered air conditioning pointed directly towards your face. And you took an exam that determined the rest of your future. Step 1. You remember that? And then you did it again, step 2. We would then speed run through the next few thousand hours, third-year rotations, externships, ERAS, and even Zoom interviews. But how about this other one? Y'all remember 1,536 hours ago? You remember this one, class? It might actually surprise you. 1,000 hours is not that long ago. March 17th, 2023. 11 a.m. to be exact, match day. I want to present 3 additional timestamps that unite us all. How about these? 33,616, 28,091, and 1,535 hours ago. But I want to give you one more. 1 hour from now. They are all exactly 1 hour from these huge events in our joint timelines. They also approximate the time that you stop and you ask yourself, well, that was it? That's all? Followed by the feeling of guilt for thinking that I should have felt so much better and lasted so much longer. So did I just not work hard enough for it? Well, if these are the good times that we've worked so hard to attain, did you just not try hard enough? And each second is just slipping away, and you still can't take it all in. It's happening right now. No, when I received word that I would be given this speech, I was, of course, very thankful and then very anxious. Because what kind of advice could I give to an Air Force flight commander? An Air Force flight commander. But I'm good at this one thing, at least one thing, observing. See, I've done it almost every hour for the last 200,000 hours, and you might even call me a master observer. But that's what dermatologists do. My mentor, Dr. Allen, and I have studied subtleties of every shade of skin. Trust me, I'm really good at it, and my God, I want to share this observational prowess with you. It slows down time just enough for you to feel something and for you all to remember something. So join me, class. Please join me. Let us all feel. Let us all remember. Take a deep breath. Look to your left. You're out of the way, class. You're out of the way. Look to your right. Observe. Look at the faces. Acknowledge the emotions, good, bad, or what have you, and take it all in. The present is all there ever was. And this fact, everyone, is a very, very important observation for you to make in this lifetime. However, you cannot occupy it indefinitely. 40,000 hours from now, or maybe 100,000 for the surgery folks, you will be in the same position again. Believe me. And hopefully, that time around, you remember what we spoke about today. You remember that guy from one random island in the Caribbean that you never heard of before, and his strange accent and this very unorthodox speech. And you will smile, and you will be grateful for all the gifts that this institution has handed to you. All 127, not counting yourself, of them. So in the next 1,000 hours, whenever you get to your residency orientation or wherever you find yourself and they stop you and ask you, where are you coming from? Stop for a brief moment and remember that one August day. And remember as many of the subsequent 33,617 hours that followed after. Then pause. Hold your head high. And you will respond, the University of Oklahoma. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jamal J. So for this, we're going to celebrate our military commissions. I'm going to actually ask Dr. Novello, as a Vice Admiral in our Commission Health Services Corps, to please come forward and join me in our military commissions. The practice of medicine has a rich tradition in public health service and public service. And today, some of our graduates are not only taking on the responsibilities of being a physician, but also committing to the service of our country. At this time, we recognize individuals who are graduating from the OU College of Medicine and receiving commissions in the United States Armed Services. I ask that these people stand as I call their names. William Norland, United States Navy. Joshua Taylor, United States Air Force. And Roshan Papali, United States Air Force. So, congratulations to each of you on your commissions, and we thank you so very much for your personal commitment to our national service. Thank you again. Thank you. Now, to authorize the awarding of degrees, it's my pleasure to recognize Natalie Shirley, Chair of the University of Oklahoma Board of Regents. Regent Shirley.
All right, guys, we're about ready to get this party started, right? All right, here we go. By the powers vested in me by the University of Oklahoma Board of Regents, the State Regents for Higher Education, and the laws and statutes of the state of Oklahoma, I authorize the Executive Dean to award degrees at the 2023 College of Medicine commitment.
Okay, folks, this is the time you've been waiting for. Will all the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine please stand? Come on. So here's the official words. Members of Class of 2023, you have satisfied all of the requirements and obligations imposed by the faculty for graduation from the OU College of Medicine. And acting now on their recommendation and by the authority vested in me by the University of Oklahoma Board of Regents and the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Medicine and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities associated with the degree. Congratulations, you're official. Okay, you can be seated. Dr. Teresa Scordino, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, will you please come forward to recognize our OU College of Medicine graduates? And student marshals will now lead each row of graduates to the platform to be invested with the hood symbolic of the degree, Doctor of Medicine. After each student receives your hood, please cross the stage to receive your alumni pin and sign the doctor book, a tradition in the College of Medicine since 1939. And for the first time, graduates, please add the letters MD behind your name. Woo! Okay. All right, Teresa.
Hooded by his mentor, Dr. Pamela Allen, Dr. Jamal J. Basu. Hooded by her mother, Dr. Nigat Mehdi, Dr. Rita Fatima Raza. Hooded by his mentor, Dr. Teresa Shavney, Dr. Cooper Little. Hooded by his father, Dr. William Tierney, Dr. Ryan Tierney. Dr. William Norland. Dr. Joshua Taylor. Hooded by his brother, Dr. Rohan Alfred Papali, Dr. Roshan Augustine Papali. Hooded by her brother, Dr. Sama Astani, Dr. Ruha Astani. Hooded by his brother, Dr. Matthew McNaughton, Dr. Jeffrey McNaughton. Hooded by his father, Dr. Michael Ryan Backlaw, Dr. Sawyer Backlaw. Dr. Eric Wilson. Dr. Cody Watley. Dr. Tekanari Tianabeso. Dr. Asher Khan. Dr. Mary Sohn. Dr. Jessica Amos. Dr. Peyton Mariah Wright. Dr. Carden Hart. Hooded by her mother, Dr. Sabrina Phillips, Dr. Amanda Phillips. Hooded by her mother, Dr. Christine Leffler, Dr. Kat Leffler. Hooded by his brother, Dr. Jacob Clark Hostetler, Dr. Grayson Hostetler. Hooded by her sister, Dr. Alyssa Grossen, Dr. Audrey Ann Grossen. Dr. Matthew Dreyer. Dr. Genevieve Illy. Dr. Amber Lochner. Dr. Kirsten Nicole Wheeler. Dr. Jared Dale Anderson. Dr. Joe Vielbig. Dr. Sam Lambert. Dr. Christopher Lucian. Hooded by her mother, Dr. Martha Brame, Dr. Rachel Brame. Hooded by his uncle, Dr. Greg Mitchell, Dr. Chandler A. Parsons. Hooded by her spouse, Dr. Chandler Parsons, Dr. Mallory Ann Parsons. Hooded by her sister, Dr. Deepika Mohan, Dr. Preeti Mohan. Dr. Matthew Rollins Jester. Dr. Jonathan Ball. Dr. Timothy J. Burchard. Dr. Dustin Cochran. Dr. Avery Malazzi. Dr. Christopher Hendricks. Dr. Faris Emil. Dr. Brenna Burris Thomas. Hooded by his father, Dr. Howard Harper, Dr. Jared Harper. Hooded by his uncle, Dr. J. Michael Lee, Dr. B.J. Lee. Hooded by her spouse, Dr. Nathan Boss, Dr. April Boss. Hooded by her brother, Dr. George Madden, Dr. Abigail Ham. Dr. Zachary Simpson. Dr. Jessica Patton. Dr. Michael Goldbeck. Dr. Anna Kandasi. Dr. Jay Patel. Dr. Daniel X. Pham. Dr. Garrett Akers. Dr. Ahmad Michael Jamaluddin. Hooded by her father, Dr. Bradford Barber, Dr. Olivia Barber. Hooded by his sister, Dr. Jordan Hendrickson, Dr. Landon Stephen Hendrickson. Hooded by his father, Dr. Don Maxwell, Dr. Jameson Maxwell. Hooded by her father, Dr. John Frederick Swartz III, Dr. Aaron Schwartz Cook. Dr. Ty Milligan. Dr. Joseph Hayhurst. Dr. Madeline Hendricks. Dr. Caleb Alexander. Dr. David Alexander. Dr. Tyler Weibelt. Dr. Brian Sloan. Dr. Nicholas Pensick. Hooded by her father, Dr. J.D. Lackey, Dr. Tyler Whitney. Hooded by his mother, Dr. Taji Hodges Stacy, Dr. Stephen Andrew Stacy. Hooded by his brother, Dr. Mason Ray Howe, Dr. Mitchell Howe. Hooded by her father, Dr. Jeffrey Stewart, Dr. Rebecca Stewart. Aw. Dr. Jan Bian. Dr. Jordan Sturgis. Dr. Reed Redding. Dr. Mara Rose Montenegro. Dr. Anna Donovan. Dr. Raza Khan. Dr. Tejas Gudanti. Dr. Niall Almeida. Hooded by her brother, Dr. Tillman Clay Hudson, Dr. Anna Grady. Hooded by her uncle, Dr. Ron Williams, in memory of her father, Dr. Michael Williams, Dr. Kelsey Williams. Hooded by her mother, Dr. Denise Scott, Dr. Blair Elizabeth Scott. Hooded by his father, Dr. Albert Kwan, Dr. Austin Kwan. Dr. Jeremy Interante. Dr. Maz Khan. Dr. Isaac Hussein. Dr. Kylie Forst. Dr. Kristen Lorber Jarshaw. Dr. David Soto. Dr. Gabrielle Carmichael and Oreo. Dr. Ethan Schroll. Dr. Tram Quinn Lee. Dr. Ridwan Aziz. Dr. Brandon Moritz. Dr. James Webb. Dr. Gage Calhoun. Dr. Elizabeth Lanham. Dr. Rachel Jordan. Dr. Daniel Schottelbauer. Dr. Morgan Rund. Dr. Allison Harmon. Dr. Hussein Faradali Ramji. Dr. Kate Austin Morris. Dr. Abigail Lang. Dr. J. W. Garber. Dr. William Brune. Dr. Kelson Goins. Dr. Dennis Nguyen. Hooded by her sister, Dr. Aditi Jala, Dr. Akriti Jala. Dr. India Lloyd. Hooded by his spouse, Dr. India Lloyd, Dr. Ryan Jones. Dr. Ehi Oamen. Dr. Timothy Rosenkrantz. Dr. Joel John Jacob. Dr. Rayhan Zafar. Dr. Samantha Landreth. Dr. Khan Do. Dr. Joyce Su. Dr. Christina Lynn Gurian. Dr. Savannah Marie Martin. Dr. Maya Merzello. Dr. Caitlin Girth. Dr. Christian Loveland. Dr. Derek Wynn. Dr. Marco Walmerans. Dr. Brent Hickman. Dr. Brian Angel Padilla. Dr. Christiana Obielma. Dr. Melissa Onyekuru. Dr. Michaela Coleman. Dr. Amber Wright. Dr. Lane Driscoll.
We are going to give these folks just 1 minute, and then we're going to do our Hippocratic Oath. Perfect. Well, graduates of 2023, one of the medical profession's most important, honored, and noble traditions is the taking of an oath at the time of graduation from medical school. Let me take a brief moment to explain the Hippocratic Oath. The Hippocratic Oath is an oath historically taken by physicians and one of the most widely known of Greek medical texts. It's the earliest expression of medical ethics in the Western world and establishes several principles of medical ethics that remain of significance today. These include the principles of medical confidentiality and non-maleficence, the latter usually meaning, first, do no harm. Swearing to a modified oath remains the rite of passage for medical graduates in many countries. So, class of 2023, I ask that you now stand in the presence of your faculty, your family, and friends, and take the oath for the profession of medicine. Students, the oath is written on page 17 of your program. Looks like everybody's ready. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and give you the line, and then if you would repeat after me. Upon being granted admission to the profession of medicine, I solemnly swear by all that I hold most sacred that I will keep this enduring oath. I pledge to devote my life to the service of humanity. To the best of my ability and judgment, the health and life of my patients will be my first consideration. I will lead my life and practice medicine conscientiously and with honor. I will abstain in treatment from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. I will hold in confidence all that my patients trust and share with me. I will not permit consideration of race, religion, nationality, politics, or social standing. To intervene between my duty and my patient. I will give respect and gratitude to those who taught me the science and the art. And will share my knowledge with others. I will maintain the integrity and noble traditions of the medical profession. These promises I make freely and upon my honor in the presence of those here assembled. May happiness and good repute be granted me while I keep this oath inviolate. Congratulations and welcome to the profession of medicine. You may be seated. So to everyone in our audience, we thank you for being a part of this very special day. In class of 2023, you came to medical school full of aspirations and dreams, and the faculty and I truly hope that those aspirations and dreams have become realized. We sincerely hope that you have come to understand the necessity of lifelong learning, the meaning of professionalism, and the very special bond between patient and physician. The OU College of Medicine is a special place, a place where your lives have been literally transformed and made richer. And in years to come, you will find that memories will always tie you to this institution, to this place, and to those who have taught you and those who have nurtured, shared, and encouraged your dreams. Please take what you've learned, excel in your residency training, have pride in your medical school and in your medical education, just as we have pride in you. Stay connected as interested and active alumni of the college. You now go forth into a world that greatly needs your idealism, your energy, your skills, and your courage. We believe in you. Our best wishes go with you. We are happy and proud this day to call each of you Doctor. You are a class of extraordinary individuals, and I welcome you as colleagues in this marvelous profession of medicine. Congratulations, class of 2023, and go forth and do great things. We know you will. Okay, for the platform party, please rise, and the graduates of class of 2023, please rise for our recessional.